welcome back to the channel. Right, it's going to be not too long a video, hopefully. It's regarding a game which has been banned from Steam. I'm not sure if it's globally banned or just in the UK. Unsure. Anyway, we're going to find out anyway, watching this video. Yes, well, basically the game contains a lot of graphic sexual violence and against women, which seems a bit odd. I'm not sure why you'd make a game like this. So, looking into it more, male domination and non-consensual sex. What's behind the game removed from Steam? No Mercy is an online game that has caused global outrage. Oh, sorry, it's global. With over 50,000 people signing a petition to remove it from Steam. Sky's Tom Cheshire investigates why women campaigned against it. This could be interesting, so let's have a look at this video.
The game No Mercy.
Right.
I was disgusted, but not surprised. I'm terrified that these
I don't know why you're not surprised
games
about
will
it.
become normalised.
We don't believe sexual violence should be entertainment.
The game's called No Mercy, a game for PC that claims to include non-consensual sex and incest and was made available on the platform Steam. But how real is this and how did it become available in the first place? Well, we reached out to the developer to ask about the content in the game. They replied, yes, some content might be intense, but nowhere near what everyone is claiming. And definitely it's not a rape simulator. Don't focus on the game's description, that's just ordinary marketing. But for gamers like Ria, this is not just marketing.
Capable of addressing these issues.
Quite a bit of male on female abuse, sexual abuse. When you get it in your safe space, in your downloading space, in your place of relaxation, it is unbelievably triggering and brings back those emotions and pain. Sometimes it destroys, our space there and women's space in gaming.
So amid all the controversy, we decided to dig in deeper to what the game is actually about, and the developers themselves supply a lot of that information. On the developer website, the game is described as an adult visual novel with a huge focus on blackmail and male domination. And in their description on Steam, they explicitly mention sex, violence, incest, blackmail, and unavoidable non-consensual sex. We also found a playthrough of the game in which the player appears to be given the option to play incest scenes. Finally, on the developer website, we found a written walkthrough of the game. In there, the player was given the option to force the woman he interacts with. The developers said they would like people to be, quote, a bit more open to human fetishes that don't harm anyone. And popular films and TV series can include similar themes. The real question here is one of presentation, of emphasis, of excessiveness, as campaigners for women's rights have objected.
And this is contributing to real-life violence against women and girls, an epidemic of violence against women and girls in Australia and around the world.
After the outrage that the game caused, No Mercy was first blocked on Steam in the UK, Canada and Australia. And eventually it was removed from the platform altogether. After all that uproar though, the question is, how was this game available in the first place? Here in the UK, under the new Online Safety Act, platforms are not only required to remove illegal content, but to stop it from appearing in the first place. This specifically includes content relating to sexual violence and controlling or coercive behaviour. Similar regulations are also in place in countries like Australia, but is it enough?
I believe that government agencies and lawmakers need to start changing the regulations that are in place right now, and it's time for us to stand up and go, this is not acceptable.
Why should the gaming industry be a law unto itself? It needs to be reined in,
actually reined in a lot more.
Community well-being, the well-being of vulnerable women and girls needs to be put before the vested interests of global corporations worth billions of dollars who don't care about women and girls, just care about profits.
Every company. I just have to establish that every company only cares about profits. Nobody's going to make a game or spend a load of money thinking, I'm just going to look out for the women. I'm not going to worry about my profit margin. Your company won't last. Anyway, let's discuss this, shall we? Yeah. I had to stop that music. It was awful. It's not lift music. I don't know what I added to it. Anyway, there's several key points I think to come from this. I think one of the things they should maybe consider is like what the rise she mentions as a rise in this kind of thing. I mean, I don't condone this. This is disgusting. It's weird that the developers would even make the time of day to sort of make this game and think, yeah, that'll fire, that'll pass. I just wonder how many people actually played it or bought it, because obviously 50,000 people complained about it, so people must have played it and bought it. But I've never heard of it until the news hit. that this game existed and it's been banned. Now the concern is, will people want to play it? You know what I mean? That's how it works out. And I mean, there have been violent games in the past which were banned, like Manhunt. Fantastic game, but yes, it was pretty, like, basically, it involved you horribly killing people. But in games like GTA, you get away with it. So I'm not sure if there's sort of certain developer darlings to the industry that are allowed to get away with stuff while others are not. I think gaming is reined in a lot more than movies and television. I mean, the things we see on TV and movies, we pretty much covers everything. It pretty much covers everything. And I think music is getting to that stage as well. So I think rather than sort of be concerned about the gaming, although it is awful and I'm glad they've stopped it, but I think they also need to look at the bigger picture. Things like that are rising. Why? Well, let's look at your movies. Movies get away with a lot of stuff, a lot worse stuff. But music, I think music's a massive influence. I mean, we've seen, I can't think of her name now, as a singer that recently come out and she was basically stripteasing on stage. And then we've got even like Taylor Swift and that. A lot of the videos and the concerts and that, where you got screaming girls down there. She's prancing around half naked and stuff and doing, twerking and doing all sorts of sexual stuff with her dance, things like that. You got to wonder, is that acceptable then? Are we allowed to do this stuff? Yeah, I think the music industry needs a massive winding. And then you got things like a lot of songs like the rap industry and the rap music now, this day and age, I think it's taken a horrible turn with the drill and that, where it's just mainly just violence and just in some video songs I've heard is rape and stuff like that. So I just wonder if gaming should be wound in, but should we focus elsewhere? Should we just target in other things? And I'm not sure why there's not too much of a concern about that. Whilst parents are letting their young children, young girls and things go to all these very explicit concerts and stuff. Maybe I'm just old. I'm a granddad after all. So but it'd be interesting to hear what you think of that. But what do you think? I'd love to hear your opinions on this. Should this game be banned? I believe it should be, but you're entitled to your opinion. Why shouldn't it be banned if it should be banned? Anyway, as I said, it would be a quick video. Just thought I'd bring this to people's attention. This game has been banned, and I'd love to hear your opinions on it. Thank you all for watching, and look out for the next video. Goodbye for now.